Hi there, welcome into Energy Upgrade Feng Shui Tips 2021. We are in the 4th week of October. I am Lisa Albin. I am a Feng Shui Master and Quantum Energy Alignment Practitioner. And what I'm about to share with you is a little sneak peek of my process that I call Energy Upgrade, which integrates the ancient practices and along the modern practices that I use in my consultancy. And I've fine-tuned it to be able to share with you on a broader level, tapping into the collective cosmic energy and getting a read on essentially what are all of us who are tuned in on this channel, what are we facing, what are our adversities, what are our strengths and opportunities, and having this higher level sense of clarity will help us move forward with ease and allowing that flow and receiving of the joy and abundance that's around us, around all of our energy fields each and every day. We just have to make sure that we're aligned, attuned, and vibrating all of our energy at the correct frequency to allow us to walk into our best selves, our best versions with ease. And it should be easy and fun and joyful, and that's what I'm all about here. So if you want to learn more about me, I encourage you to check out the links provided in my bio and description. Let's get started on this week's reading. So the energy around us right now, for those of you tuning in, and by the way, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on your notification button, because these are unscripted. I'm tapping into what the energy is. It's different each and every week, but it's fine-tuned for you. And so although I provide this graphic showing the Yi Jing reading that I do ahead of time, I assure you it is with purest intention. I light my candle and really pour everything into all of this session, all of my knowledge, all of my wisdom, experience, and my intuition. And so with that being said, if you need to hit pause in this process because perhaps you're new here, I always encourage those watching to make sure that you're fully hydrated. And I want you to have a pad of paper, a piece of paper, a brand new pen preferably, or a favorite pen, and I want you to write your goals, your high-level goals, and your intentions for moving toward that goal in this moment. So take a moment if you need to put this on pause and rejoin me after you're fully hydrated and you've written your intentions for what you wish to receive, what you desire. Take a minute and really pour into that feeling. If you need to rain journal what it may feel like for you to actualize your ultimate goal, take a minute to do that. And I love to light a candle with intention before I start any meaningful session or anything in my work. This candle was made with beautiful intentions, and you can find those out there everywhere. There's some wonderful candle makers, so I encourage you to find a candle even that resonates with you and to use that as your intentional candle. That's a little bit of the practice that you can put into place when you join me each and every week. So that being said, I divined of the ancient Book of Changes, the ancient Yi Jing, and asked what exactly is this energy around us, surrounding all of those who are wishing to receive an energy upgrade in this 4th week of October right now as I'm tapping in. And it resulted in a lot of fluctuating change. So dipping into some dangerous depths that are transforming into grace and beauty. And I'm going to help tell that story a little bit. And you can let me know in the comments section below if and how this relates to you. Take what resonates with you, and if there's anything that you feel doesn't, feel free to reject it. But I assure you this is pulled together with the greatest of intentions, and I love to hear your stories. I love to hear your experiences as you're moving towards your goal. Let me know if you feel comfortable emailing me. You can do that too. I answer every email, every comment that comes through. So right now there's an energy of dangerous depths that is unstable, so it is transforming, and it is affecting us in the cosmic and the human level. So it is affecting all of our levels of consciousness right now. Don't take unnecessary risks without really thinking through all of the aspects about this risk that you may be taking, because right now there's not a safety net. Okay, so it should be with that level of thought. I have a friend and we talk about rock climbing all the time, so think about rock climbing without with free rock climbing. And you really have to take into consideration each and every calculated move that you take, or it will be certain death. I'm not saying that you'll die if you mistake here, but in regards to your goal that you've written down, it's very, very important that you really think through on a deep level all the depths of you. Why are you taking this risk? Why do you want to? And should you? And if that's something that you need my help in deciding, let me know. I'm here for that. I do provide that as well. Focus on maintaining your balance. Again, we've been talking a lot about maintaining balance and support, and really relying on our support, our network around us, but making sure we have that strong, secure foundation. Widen our stance. Make sure we have our grip and the next grip plotted out before we are taking any forward momentum. So there is some adversity right now. Raise your hand if you're feeling it. Let me know. I've been hearing from quite a few of you, so I know that there may be an adversity, whether it be an adversity within, maybe it's even self-doubt. Maybe you're up against a roadblock in a project. Maybe in terms of a relationship, there's like a wall between you. What is the adversity? And the ancient I Ching advises that we sit with this adversity and learn from it, really reflect upon this adversity, and seek wisdom from within, deep within ourselves, instead of reacting outwardly. So again, really keeping that steady pace, really small movements, careful actions, and taking a reflective look into ourselves from this adversity that we're facing, and really really get to know it so that we can pass through it eventually, and we will. So what is this adversity? Identify it, sit with it. Perhaps you're the adversity. Look for ways to cooperate and follow the path of least resistance. So if you're feeling like, oh gosh, I'm just up this hill and like one roadblock after another, then you're probably not following the path of least resistance. One thing I'm seeing so much is this imbalance, masculine, feminine imbalance, and feeling like we have to do and be so forceful in anything, instead of just allowing and receiving things to appear, allowing the path to show its way, allowing the solution to step into the space. And this all comes down to remaining faithful. In fact, you are the benefactor of your actions. So all of the versions of you, all of the levels of your consciousness are going to benefit from your actions at this time, or not benefit from your actions at this time. So it's going to make a lasting imprint on all the levels of your consciousness. Maintain grace in your emotions and enrich your inner development. So again, like coming to terms and finding that inner grace with your emotions. Yes, we're allowed to be emotional, but really looking to have that quietness within us and patience, and really again getting to know this perhaps shadow self version of ourselves to enrich our inner development. And anything we produce during a time of grace and balance is divinely inspired. This is a beautiful time that we're shifting into. It's going to feel graceful and beauty and beautiful and ease and all of that. So it's going to feel really wonderful. But instead of looking for perfection in the greater picture, look for perfection in the tiny moments and details. While I'm talking about this and emotions, I want to do some work on our emotional aura field, everybody's favorite. So the issue is being able to access the energy of accepting compliments, and then it's underlying the different layers underlying that are negative self, uncomfortable anywhere, even in their own body, accessing congeniality, a self-negative trait of entitlement, it's due to me. And then the negative, unmotivated. I don't write these in ahead of time. They're purely out of our cosmic energy here. And I'm going to let this work in the background while I'm talking with you. Okay. So sometimes we are our biggest enemy. We are the biggest adversity. And sometimes it's our own lack of boundaries that allow evil to manipulate us and make us think that we need to take action when really we should know better. So we're always looking for answers outside of ourselves. Instead, have a faith in your inner intuition and your inner guidance and your highest self. And also really take a moment to think about gratitude in the moments. Each and every moment adds up into the bigger picture. And we're always in a rush to get to that bigger picture. So really look to find the beauty and have that gratitude for the tiny moments. And rely on your own worth for once. You don't need to go to someone else necessarily. If the answers are within you, maybe you like to have a friend, maybe you like to have a guide. That's wonderful and beautiful, but know that you have the answers within yourself, in your higher self. I want to also leave you with a supercharge. So that means charging you with the frequencies that I feel will help carry you through this time, including obviously the energy and frequencies of abundance, prosperity, but adding in that ability to have self-reflection and that introspection and to really know your inner self, even the shadow sides, and then the ability to adapt and advance out of this energy, because it's coming. Even though I'm talking about dangerous depths, I mean, sometimes it feels dangerous to get into the depths of ourselves, but we need to do that work so we can move forward and have that grace and appreciate the beauty. So also imbuing you with a charge and frequency of integrity and self-respect. Self-respect is so important in creating those boundaries that are necessary to help prevent that manipulation and tendency to overlook or to allow evil or someone to make any pull on your direction, because we talked about this a couple weeks ago. We determine the path of our life journey. We don't need to look to someone else to determine our path. So believe me, and just like the quote said in our other words of wisdom, is no one else is going to have our greater good in mind for us if we allow them to chart out our course. So that being said, many of you may be feeling the frequencies being added into your aura field. It feels different to everybody. Sometimes we need to sleep on it. That's why I ask that you remain fully hydrated during this session, because energy is transmuted in water. And we are all made of energy. All of the energy in between connects us and all the things. So talking in terms of vibration and energy and frequency alignment and attunement, that's very, very important. So thank you for doing that work. That will help all of us for the next 2 weeks. And I also want to talk to you a little bit today. Today I really felt it was important to talk about being grounded and earth energy and all of the elements and attributes of the earth element in Feng Shui. So in Feng Shui, we have several areas related to health. We have, so again, the Bagua energy map, I'm always aligning with the wall that contains the front main entrance or the mouth of Qi. Let's find one to show you. Okay, here's one. Let's show you a different one. This one's a little complicated. Okay, so always align the Bagua energy map to the wall containing your main entrance. And this is the wall that contains the main entrance you see right here. And there's that little cutout right there into their foyer. So there's several areas in Feng Shui energy and within our Bagua energy map that contain earth energy, and that is knowledge and wisdom, which is this lower right quadrant, and then in the center, Tai Chi, health, and Tao. And then in the upper right area here, marriage and relationships. So all of these areas are of earth energy. Earth energy, yes, can be very grounding, very nurturing. Okay, so again, I never script this, and this is totally random, but what we were talking about is we must guard against allowing anger to drag us into sin. Okay, so write this down in cursive into your notebook. Let me know what it means to you. And this can mean something different to everyone. And in writing this words of wisdom out in cursive, we're allowing it to integrate more fully into our brain and all of the levels of our consciousness. And each and every word contains a frequency too. So even just in writing and saying these words and getting to know them a little bit better will help us to calibrate our frequency in this week. So thank you for taking a moment to do that. Again, and as we were talking about what the ancient I Ching divination spoke about, this kind of falls into line with that. It always does. We must guard against allowing anger to drag us into sin. So again, really taking into that self-reflection and going within rather than outward actions, and really staying aligned and attuned with our highest and best selves rather than looking outside, because sometimes people on the outside, energies on the outside are not, or they don't care about our highest self. They might not even care about their highest self. So take that into consideration. I'm not dissuading you from wanting to have a guide or a coach or whatever you may need, but be very careful with that and having your boundaries. Back to earth energy. There's 3 different areas in every space, and there's 3 different types of earth energy that we can talk about in terms of Feng Shui. And again, earth energy can be represented by square shapes. It can be represented by earth materials. It can be represented by actual earth. Certainly granite, quartz. But again, square shapes, also colors. So in the Bagua energy map, Black Sect Tibetan Buddhists, Feng Shui uses different colors to attribute that. So colors also carry a frequency, and we know that from our chakras, but within our aura. But earth can contain a color ranging from blue-green in the knowledge and wisdom area, like the energy and the vision of mountains out in the distance. They have that blue-green haze, okay? So it can be anywhere from there to skin tones or earth tones. In the center of a home, we like to see that golden yellow, that sunflower yellow, that also like an earthy yellow. So that color of golden yellow, perfect for the center of a home and that Tai Chi and holistic health. And then marriage and relationships, we think of skin tones. Again, earth tones applies to all of these, obviously, but more of that skin tone, so peachy, pink, the skin tones the whole wide array of them, but particularly, a little bit of blush in there too, to add into that relationship and romance and that marriage aspect that we are looking to cultivate when we are looking to attract a partner. So we have those 3 guas or areas that are related to earth energy. I encourage you this week to make sure that within your space, these areas contain a healthy abundance of earth energy. And if they don't have a healthy abundance of earth energy, or it's impossible, you can add in fire element to create more, to boost and to activate earth element. So I like to start at the center of a home, make sure that is clear of clutter, even do space clearing if you must, and make sure you're not collecting papers there. That will cause stagnation and anxiety. So make sure the center of your home is clear. If you have closets there, maybe just touch and move a few things here and there and start moving some clutter out. And I know it can be quite a bit of an undertaking when we're addressing clutter, and that's why I like to say to people, yes, there is an aspect of Feng Shui that deals with minimalism, but many people make the mistake that and assume that Feng Shui is all about being minimalist, and it's not. There's room for all types of lifestyles, and in fact, I encourage you to make Feng Shui a part of your lifestyle. If you want to learn more about how you can do that for yourself, you can check out the links provided in my description. I do offer a DIY Feng Shui course through the Intrinsic School of Feng Shui. It is still up there on our website. Myself and my partner, Steve Kodad. Steve Kodad, that's right, of the Feng Shui Cure. He and I put together a fine compilation of videos that we've packaged into the perfect self-paced course for people that are looking to learn Feng Shui at the fundamental level. We do offer a higher level, certification level, and we would love to have more of you come into our world and experience it. Once you get started, once you jump into Feng Shui DIY, most of you are ready to bolster up and learn more of the Feng Shui secrets, and many of you go on to become consultants with us. So that's my invitation there. If you want me to dive with you into your adversities that you're facing right now and this energy of danger shifting into grace and beauty, you can contact me, fill out a form, and we could do an energy upgrade session just for you. And it contains so much more than this is just scratching the surface. But I really like to tap into our conversation, my intuition and guidance, and help you tune into your intuition. And that's something we all have within us, and there's been a great success rate within this process, and I'm happy to share it with you. And that's it for today. So I hope that you had quite a bit of takeaways. If you want to take a minute and jot down anything that came into your mind as I was reading the ancient Yi Jing divination, or perhaps as you saw your emotional aura field, or perhaps you have some thoughts after today's session, write them down in your notebook. Come back and look at them in a day. Come back and look at them tomorrow morning even, and see if it has shed some light to help give you some clarity and ease on your life journey. That's it for now. I'm Lisa Albin with Cloud9 Feng Shui and the Intrinsic School of Feng Shui. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, and turn on your notification button so you can receive this energy upgrade session with Feng Shui tips next week. I look forward to seeing you next time. Many blessings times 9.